trying to write, and how slowly it was going. He thought about the nightmares he often had, and that there were still enough bad days to keep him humble. The absolute last thing he needed in his life was some old dog.
"If you were him, you'd beg for food too," Jasper said. "Don't shoot him."
"You don't get to tell me what to do."
Jasper sighed before squaring his shoulders and staring down at the old man, who was maybe 5'5" to Jasper's 6'3".
"Seriously?" he asked. "You're going to go there with me?"
The old man shook his head.
"I'm just saying."
"I know what you're saying. Don't shoot the dog."
Jasper walked to the office. Sure enough, they had a huge carafe of coffee that he used to fill his travel mug. While he drank down the dark, hot liquid, he asked about the dog and confirmed it was indeed a stray. A few attempts had been made to catch it, but no one had been successful. Jasper headed to his RV. He would spend no more than 15 minutes looking for the dog. If he found it, he would lure it back to his RV with food. Once it was inside, he would take it to a local vet and have it checked for a chip. If there wasn't one, he would drop it off at a shelter and be on his way. It would take him 2 hours, tops. Or less, he thought, as he approached his RV and saw the dog sitting outside the side door.
"Good morning,"
Jasper said, opening the door. The dog jumped inside and made his way to the small refrigerator, where he sat again.
"Somebody's messing with me,"
Jasper grumbled. He pulled out lunch meat he was going to use for a sandwich and gave that to the dog, who gulped it down. Jasper quickly scrambled a couple of eggs. Less than 10 minutes later, the dog was stretched out on the sofa, completely relaxed and nearly asleep. Jasper looked up the closest vet's office and called to explain the situation. The perky receptionist told him they'd just had a cancellation and could see him right away.
"Of course you can,"
he muttered. The drive was easy. There was parking for his RV, and damn if the dog didn't follow him inside the vet's office with no problem. Jasper explained the situation to the smiling older woman with a name tag that read Sally. When he got to the part about him giving the dog to a shelter, her smile faded. "You don't want to keep him yourself?" she asked.
No, I'm not really a pet person."
Both she and the dog stared at him. Jasper shifted uncomfortably. He wanted to explain that he wasn't being cruel. Rather, his reluctance was realistic. He'd been in a really bad place when he'd gotten out of the army. After tons of therapy, medication, and stumbling onto the one thing that could get him halfway back to being able to exist in polite society, he was healed enough to pass for normal. But he knew the truth. He would never fully get there. More than one therapist had warned him he was broken beyond repair. They hadn't used those exact words. They were too professional for that. But the truth had been clear enough all the same. But the woman in front of him wouldn't want to hear that, and he certainly didn't want to tell her.
"I'd like him checked for a chip and maybe given an exam to see if he's all right,"
Jasper said. "Sure. Let me take you to one of the rooms." He and the dog followed her. She paused by a floor scale and motioned for the dog to step on it. "Come on, boy. Right here." The dog obliged. He was 48 pounds. Sally winced. "He should be closer to 75 pounds, she said. "He's really skinny. Poor guy." Jasper and the dog went into an exam room. "I'll get one of the techs to come in and scan him. If there's a chip, we'll take it from there. If there isn't, we can talk about whether you want to pay for an exam when you're just going to take him to the shelter." Her tone was pleasant enough, but Jasper heard the judgment all the same. Instead of speaking, he nodded. The woman left, and he was alone with the dog. They both sat and stared at each other. Jasper looked away first.
"You can't stay on your own," he said, shifting uneasily in his chair. "Look at you. You need someone to take care of you. A shelter would mean 3 squares and a bunk, right? And you'd find a family of your own."
Without wanting to, he recalled reading somewhere that older dogs had trouble getting adopted, which wasn't his problem.
"I've never had a pet," he added,
glancing at the dog, who still regarded him steadily.
"I don't know how to take care of you."
He supposed there were books on the subject. Plus, the old guy wasn't a puppy. He would know how to deal with humans. Between the two of them, they might be able to get it right.
"I'm not a good bet," he added in a low voice. "I was in the army for 8 years, and I saw things. Sometimes I have flashbacks, and I'm better off alone."